Same-sex couples in Kern County only have to wait a few more days until they can say I do. And gay marriage continues to be a topic of controversy. Local pastor and Christian activist Chad Vegas spoke out against gay marriage in his Father's Day sermon today. At the Sovereign Grace Community Church, Pastor Vegas talked about homosexuality. He says that, quote, real men love God, their wives, and their children.
We're celebrating Father's Day, and in a couple of days we're going to be having homosexual marriages, and homosexual marriages can't produce children. Certainly it's a cultural irony to me.
This week, Vegas fired off a threatening email telling county supervisors they should back County Clerk Ann Barnett, or he will work to have them removed from office. When Barnett decided not to perform any weddings at her office, it set off a political war and heated debate among local leaders. Tuesday, gay couples will officially be able to obtain marriage licenses.
Tomorrow, many gay and lesbian couples in California will have the court-mandated ability to tie the knot yet again. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for ABC 23 News at 11. I'm Felix Rodriguez-Lima. Those civil ceremonies will not take place at the county clerk's office in Bakersfield, but many are planned across parts of the state. ABC 23's Samia Khan has an in-depth look on the issue with a couple who plans to get married and how the opposition is planning to fight back.
Well, Felix, I spent the morning with Shelby Himes and Amelia Cravens just outside of Ann Barnett's office, where the pair, along with at least a dozen other homosexual couples, plan to marry on Tuesday. On April 5th, Shelby Himes and Amelia Cravens celebrated their love for each other by getting a domestic partnership.
Because it would make it a little more special since we didn't have legal marriage.
But come Tuesday, that will all change for the Bakersfield couple.
What was your reaction when you found out that gay marriage would be legalized here in California?
You know, California taking a stand and realizing that it's unconstitutional what it is to not allow homosexuals to get married. It's really saying to the country, it's time for us to change our hearts and minds and realize that we're all equal no matter what.
But in recent days, Kern County itself has garnered national attention for other reasons, namely County Clerk Ann Barnett. The decision for the clerk's office to no longer perform marriage ceremonies comes just after California decided to legalize gay marriage.
Well, I think Ann Barnett's doing the right thing within the law. I support her.
Pastor Vegas's opinion was splashed on the front page of Saturday's Bakersfield Californian.
I just think that the Bakersfield Californian wasted a bunch of ink and made much ado about nothing. I sent a private email to some county supervisors telling them what is not unusual for me, which is that if someone stands for the wrong issues, like what is marriage and what is the family and what's the most basic unit of our society, that obviously if they're on the wrong side of that issue, I'm going to work against them. That's no surprise. I don't know why that's even newsworthy.
Despite his frustration with the article, Vegas still thinks his message should be heard.
If people want to commit the sin of homosexuality, they're free to do so in this country. I just don't think the state ought to endorse it. Just like I suppose a man's free to look at internet porn, but I don't think the state ought to endorse that. It's sin.
An opinion that Himes and Cravens do not agree with.
So what do you want to say to people who oppose gay marriage?
It's time to look around you and see that this is a civil right, this is not a religious issue.
Today, the pair sit just outside Ann Barnett's office, where they and at least a dozen other local gay couples are choosing to marry on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, when we, show up in our tux and our dress and we're here to get married and say our I do's, that's all that matters.
And the couple has a special message for those who oppose the Supreme Court decision.
You live every day with, people that are gay or lesbian, and you don't know it because they're no different. And to imagine that they should have less rights is ridiculous.
Now, multiple officials from different religious and civil organizations are supposed to be on hand for the marriage ceremonies taking place outside of the Kern County Courthouse on Tuesday. I'm live in studio, Samia Khan, ABC 23 News.